First Warning MMA Report is joined live by Pura Vida athlete Jordan Clark. Jordan, thanks for taking the time to talk with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We want to take a couple seconds to thank our sponsors. Jackson Yard Care, you have the right to a beautiful yard. Plush Care, Heidlich Masonry, and Kiss My Fist Medco, the absolute hardest hitting edibles on the planet. Jordan, tell us a little bit about your fight background and how you ended up getting into MMA.
Well, it started from missing wrestling, like just missing doing sports, being competitive. I started right about when I turned 21, and I actually started at Neutral Ground in Grafton, and I just started jiu-jitsu, did that for a little while, and 6 months after that, I got into kickboxing, and then soon after that, we started talking about taking fights, and went on from there.
And here you are. So you kind of hit on my next question here. You started off at Neutral Ground, recently made the switch to Pura Vida in Milwaukee. How has that change worked out for you? And tell us your thoughts about the new gym.
It's been great, man. When I started at Neutral Ground, I was going there for a while, and then probably about a year before I actually made the transfer over to Pura Vida, I would go over to Pura Vida on Saturdays just to do their sparring and their
Sure.
MMA practices. And just the motivation that these guys have, and it's the same guys in there every Saturday. Like I say, yeah, the motivation, they're killers, they're getting after it, and I just really felt like I needed that, and that's what made me want to go to this gym. Plus, their coaches are amazing. The camaraderie is awesome. So
Yeah.
that's why I decided to make the switch.
Yeah, no, I've actually been there on some of their Saturday sparring, watching, and it's amazing to see all the guys that they have in there that are committed. And it sounds like, you've decided to make the commitment, to fighting full time, and you made the switch, and you're surrounding yourself with elite talent. Is this something that you want to do professionally at some point in time?
For sure. For sure, I want to do this professionally. I actually had a pretty good job as an electrician, and I was moved out of my parents, and I decided not getting enough time training. I'm going to quit my
Sure.
job, get a different job, and I'm going to move back home for a little bit. So, yeah, I'm taking this 100% seriously. I want to go pro. I want to go big.
Yeah.
It's my goal.
So your upcoming opponent, Steve Pratt, is also he is training at Neutral Ground. Did you guys ever train together in the past, or did you guys paths never cross?
No, we never crossed. Actually, I didn't even know there was a neutral ground in Stevens Point until right before I switched. So I thought it was just kind of ironic how I was fighting for a belt against Neutral Ground. Yeah, against my former team. But yeah, we've never crossed paths. We don't know each other whatsoever. So
Okay, so what do you know about Steve Pratt as an opponent?
what I know is just from film, which seems pretty well rounded. He's game, which is awesome. So I'm game too. Hits hard, pretty good wrestler, and yeah, that's pretty much all I know about him. It's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, he's explosive, especially in the beginning. Is there a particular game plan that you and Jake and Zach and Solo are coming up with for December 7th?
Yeah, we got some things up our sleeve. It's mainly same as every fight. I'm gonna make him fight my game. I'm gonna push the pace. I mean, these 3 3 minute rounds, I'm not getting tired. So I'm gonna be pushing the pace, and it's gonna be a very fast match. A
Yeah.
lot going on.
Is there a particular area that you prefer the fight to take place? Do you want it on the ground? Do you want it on the feet? Or are you just going to take it out how it comes?
Being a wrestler and doing a lot of jujitsu, I'm more comfortable on the ground. Like the ground is where my home is,
Right.
but I do have hands, and I'm starting to get more comfortable with it. I was getting more comfortable with my last fight, even with it. So if the fight stays standing, I'm not going to be mad. But if it goes to the ground, hey, I'll be happy with that too.
Sure. One thing that we see sometimes over title fights, our guys get extremely nervous. Are you nervous heading into this one? Do you get the nerves in the back? Do you not get the nerves at all? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I don't really get nervous when it comes to these things. It's just me. I don't know. Yeah, I never really seem nervous. I'm more of excited. I like to have all attention on me as I'm walking out and I'm fighting. So that kind of like fuels me. It gets me excited. I don't really get nervous with these kind of things.
Yeah. Okay. So the last time PRC was in Stevens Point, I don't know if you were there. It was sold out. It was loud, but they were very loud for Steve Pratt in particular. How does it feel knowing that you're going to go into enemy territory and you're probably going to get booed, making your walk out?
Hey, it's happened before. My first fight was like that, so it's just gonna feel me more. You'll see me walking out with a big old smile on my face. It's awesome. I just take it all in.
So Jake, or so actually, who's in your corner for this fight?
It'll be Jake and Zach for sure, and if I can have three, I'll have Solo in there too.
So anyone that's seen Jake in a corner, when he walks out, he always grabs the fighter by the neck and he whispers in their ear and says something. What does he say to you in those moments?
I've only had one fight with the team, and I think last time it was just somewhere along the line to like just go have fun, just make it your night, something like that. Just a little motivation.
Yeah. Do you are you a fighter that studies his opponents on tape? Do you watch their previous fights, or do you leave that up to your coaches at Pure Vida to kind of come up with a game plan?
I like to watch as much as I can about my opponent. So yes, I've seen a few fights of his on YouTube. I've definitely studied them, and with that, my coaches do give me a little bit of insight, a little what what I should be going for and what I shouldn't be. But yes, I definitely like to study.
Yeah. Do you? I know you can't give away too much here, but is there any areas that you think you're going to be able to exploit on December 7th?
I mean, not to sound too cocky, but I think I have the edge everywhere.
Okay.
But
Talk
maybe
about that.
that's just confident me, but I just think I have the edge everywhere.
Can you go into depth a little bit on that and tell us, what is it you see in Pratt that you think that you're going to have the advantage?
He's very explosive, especially in the beginning. I don't find that being a problem, keeping my frames, whatnot. And if I can get comfortable on the feet fully, then that's where we'll take it. I'll just keep it on the feet, but on the ground, also very explosive. But it's just technique. That's all it is technique.
Yeah. You talked a little bit about it earlier. The guys in the gym, I mean, you have, O'Day and Montel, Jonas. Is there anybody that you're working with a lot in the gym? Like, who's your main training partners there?
I've been working with Jamie in kickboxing a lot. He's been my partner. He's headlining this card. I get as much work in with Jonas and O'Day and Montel as possible. Javier, Javier. I mean, Brian, who's also fighting on this card. Yeah, I try to get in with just about everyone, as much bodies as I can.
Yeah. So do you have any predictions for Saturday?
Mm, I don't know. I see my hand being raised for sure, but I think this is going to be a scrap. This might be fight of the night, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's a scrap from start to finish.
Yeah, I
But
know. I know. Go ahead.
anyway, yeah, I was just saying, but at the same time, if I could get it done early, I'll get it done early.
Yeah, so I know. Yeah, Steve Pratt is a game opponent. You guys, this is my early pick for fight of the night. It truly is. I think it's going to be an awesome title fight. Do you have any sponsors that you want to give a shout out to, or anybody in the gym?
No sponsors just yet, but friends and family, the ones that always come, no matter where it is, whether it's in Iowa, whether it's in Stevens Point. Thank you guys. Thank everybody. Thank my teammates. Just appreciate it all.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we appreciate your time here at First Warning, and we look forward to an awesome title fight. We're gonna have 2 bottles of Proper 12 ready to go for the fight of the night or submission of the fight, knockout of the night. And I anticipate this is a leading contender to get one of those bottles. So we look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. Look forward to it.
You bet. Take care, bud.
Yep. You too. Bye.